Today we're going to head to Lathkill campsite in the Peak District. We'll check out this quirky campsite and its facilities, and then we're going to go for a lovely walk along part of the Lathkill Dale and explore a 4,500-year-old stone circle. Yeah, I hope you can join the adventure. Let's start living the dream. Yeah, let's start living the dream, people. So, first impressions, people, and I do quite like it. I've got some amazing views behind me there. Yeah, there's a few little fields, little meadows to camp in, and then there's some really quirky little pitches tucked away off these little narrow lanes, and you have to drive around these narrow little lanes to get to here, to get to this field. So that was quite fun. Now I understand why kick-out is 2 hours before they allow people to enter. Luckily I have this whole field to myself at the minute. He did tell me it was going to be peaceful up here, so yeah, fingers crossed. Now there was no reception to the campsite. You just pull on the campsite, you go to a little car park, and then you phone the bloke. The bloke was already there booking someone else in, so I didn't have to phone him. But yeah, I do like it. I like this field. I like the fact I got it all to myself. So there is one thing I don't like about this that annoyed me a little bit, is that when I went to book online, I chose my pitch, camper van pitch. It said £30, and then when you go to book out, it slings another £7 on for electric. Now I do want electric because the nights are very cold, so but yeah, it's a little bit annoying that it says £30 for the pitch and then the £7 is added when it comes to paying, but never mind anyway. So £37 in total. Yeah, some nice views around here though. I really hope I have this field all to myself tonight. Right, well then people, let's go check out these facilities, shall we? See what they're like. Yeah, I do like this meadow, very nice. Couple of meadows up the top here, some benches, fire pits. Yeah, couple of washing up sinks here, right next to the meadow I'm in. Couple more meadows here. They look pretty decent as well, to be fair. Yeah, there are some nice meadows here. This one must be for tents, because you ain't getting a camper van through there. But yeah, I'm surprised how empty these meadows are at the minute. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how busy it gets tonight, but fingers crossed it's nice and quiet. So there are a few fire pits scattered about. Now it does say that they're for rent, but they're just scattered about, so. And you can buy firewood as well. They do provide dog waste bags. That's pretty decent. And over here the drinking water tap is a push button tap, but it's probably not quite as annoying on a drinking tap as what it is in the shower, to be fair, because you can just keep your hand on it whilst you're holding your bottle up to it. Couple of urinals in this room. Three cubicles. And 2 showers. Showers are not push button. These sinks are nice. That one's a push button, so one of them's not. So it's not a bad toilet block. I quite like these sinks. It's not overly clean, to be fair, and it is fairly small. Yeah, definitely not the cleanest for the money, but yeah. I'm not going to use it anyway, but you know, still. Toilet waste disposable point outside here as well. The toilet waste point is just an outside toilet. Brilliant. I quite like it. So motorhomes and caravans can come on the campsite. They're just down the bottom here. Yeah, so there are a few pictures down here. Quite a few. Yeah, fridge, freezers, microwave, washing machine. That is locked though. Well, some nice sink areas down here. Yeah. And some unisex showers. Not push button. Yeah, these aren't too bad facilities really. There's a few more showers, so yeah, not bad. Not the cleanest for the price, but not the worst. It does say here there's free Wi-Fi. I very much doubt I've got that from my pitch, but I'll see if there's a password. Oh no, it just says free Wi-Fi here, so they probably mean in this little area around this bit. Yeah, it's not too bad though, to be fair. Nice and quirky. So there are plenty of good sized bins. I can't see which ones are recycle and which ones are general waste though. I'm guessing the black ones are recycle waste and the green is general waste, but it's not very clear. Okay, so the black bins say trade waste, so doesn't look like there are recycle bins, to be fair. A little bit annoying. Yeah, well, certainly not clear if there are. Yeah, there are some nice little private pictures about as well. Yeah, they're well covered. Yeah. Right, well, let's get out there and explore them, people. Gonna do a bit of Lathkill Dale up to Arbor Low Stone Circle and check out the Stone Circle. Yep, let's start living that dream, people. Let's go. So yeah, the campsite is a couple of 100 yards just that way, and then here is the beginning of Lathkill Dale. Yeah, so we are there, and I'm gonna walk to there, and then I'm gonna divert and take this valley bit here, because that bit I've already done on a previous video. There's another campsite there that I stayed on, the one where I thought I saw Bez from Happy Mondays. So I'm gonna walk along to that bit, which I haven't done, and then cut down to that valley there, go down that valley bit, and then come out near the Stone Circle. But you can walk all the way along here, and that part was very nice. That's in a previous video if you want to check it out. But yeah, some nice parts of the river there, nice bits of waterfall. But yeah, that's what we're going to do, people, so let's crack on with it. Let's start living the dream. Boom. So there is a more direct route. You can walk to the Stone Circle, and it is about a mile away from the campsite, whereas this way is a bit of a diversion, but I think that's going to be nicer. So, you know, and I want to check out the other part of this dale here, so yeah, seems like the right choice. Yeah, gorgeous day, people. It's going to be bloody cold tonight though. Yeah, by the time you watch this, it'll be about 10 weeks time from the time I filmed this. And tonight is going to be very cold. Today is lovely though, lovely and sunny. I've been incredibly lucky with the weather whilst I've been out here in the Peak District. It has been sunny every day for the past 8 days, and it looks like it's going to be sunny till the end of the week. Another 3-4 days of sunshine, so fingers crossed I'll get a few more videos recorded. Yeah, living the dream, living the dream. Well, that goes back quite a long way. Now, I'm not going to find out how far, because this is probably quite dangerous. Yeah. Brilliant. So the rest of the path straight ahead I have already done when I stayed on a campsite just up there. So we're heading off this way now, across the little bridge. Yep, let's go check it out, people. So the stone circle is on private land. It is on the farm just behind me there, but they grant permission to enter, and there is a little honesty box. Now it does say on Google Maps that it is now closed. It closes at 9, closes at 5. So I'll see if I can get there. But there is a farmer there ploughing his field. He might tell me no. I won't film near the house because it's their private home, and you know, it's good of them really to let the public visit the stone circle. So yeah, there is a little donation box. I think it was £1. Hopefully it's £1 because I've only got £1. Yep, £1, that's fair enough. I actually do have £1. Well, luckily nowhere there was written any times when you can and can't arrive. Now if I remember correctly, the stone circle is owned by the English Heritage, but you have to walk through a farmer's land to get to it, so that's what the donation is for. And £1, do you know what, I think that's worth it. There are a couple of other people here anyway, so well, I think if I'm lucky they're now leaving. So yeah, it was built around 4,500 years ago. Yeah, now admittedly they're not really standing stones, they're all lying down, but you know, they have been around for 4,500 years. There's bound to be a little bit of wear and tear on them, isn't there? But nah, it's a nice little place for the sake of £1. Yeah. Yep, just going to chill out here for a little while and then head back. But there are some lovely views behind me there. It's a bit misty, so you probably aren't going to see them, but yeah, lovely. Nice mound all the way around it as well. Yeah. Right, where's the centre? I've got to go stand in the centre in case there's any mystical healing powers and all that bullshit. There can be only one! Yep, brilliant view from up here, people, absolutely brilliant. I can see some huge mounds in the distance there, and I can't help but wonder if that's Kenda Scout and Mam Tor and the ridge. Yeah, I thought that was quite a long way away, but probably ain't that far really, is it? It's still in the Peak District, but yeah, see for miles, all around as well. Brilliant. Yep, no one else is here. Those people left as I arrived. And I've been here 3 times now, and that's always been nice and quiet. So the funny thing is, I came here years ago on what would have been my 2nd trip to the Peak District, and then a few years later I was looking through Google Maps and I was like, oh my god, there's a stone circle, I must go visit. And I arrived, I walked down the driveway, come up to the little donation box and thought, hang on a minute, I've been here before. Yeah, I was a little bit gutted, but I still enjoyed the day. So technically this is my 3rd time being here, but you know, it costs £1. I'd love to sleep in the middle of a stone circle, you know. I don't know why, I just would. Yeah, I do love a good stone circle. Don't think we have any in East Anglia, do we? Certainly none in Norfolk, that's for sure. Yeah. Brilliant. This must be an amazing place to watch the sunset, but they probably don't want me walking through their land at dark. And I don't blame them, I wouldn't either. So this is Gib Hill, and Gib Hill is actually 2 burrows built one on top of the other 1,000 years apart. Yeah, well, I'm going to head back now, people, and probably not going to walk the scenic route. I'm probably just going to take the road because it's a lot shorter. The route I took was probably 2.5 to 3 miles, and the route back directly on the road will be about 1 mile. So yeah, gonna just walk back along the road, I think. Why not? My legs are hurting, been doing too much walking. Been enjoyable though. Yeah, it's good to be back to this stone circle. Well, this is the hill, but the stone circle's over there, you know what I mean. Good to be back for the 3rd time. Yeah. Obviously I only came here really because I wanted to make a video. I wanted to go to Buxton today, but I couldn't get on a campsite in Buxton, they're all fully booked. So yeah, here we are. I'm enjoying it though, it's a nice day, brilliant being out. Yeah, living the dream, people, living the dream. Something I didn't notice before, the cute tiny little sink in the toilets with the urinals behind the door. It is quite crammed trying to pee in here, to be fair, but yeah, never mind. Well, I'm quite happy, people, because it looks like there's only one other couple joining me, and they've gone a bit out of my way as well, so yeah, happy with that. The campsite seems very quiet. I think a lot of them caravans and motorhomes, or caravans down the bottom, are probably seasonal. Yeah, I like the quirkiness of this campsite, I do. I like the fact that all the pictures down there are all a different size, they're all completely different. And these are nice meadow fields up here as well, with some good views, you know. It's the price that I don't like. But other than that, I quite like this campsite. So it's minced beef, broccoli, cauliflower and courgette for tea. Oh yeah. Now this minced beef has been in the van for 24 hours, no refrigerator, radiator on during the night, so we'll see what it comes out like, but I'd imagine I'll eat it anyway. Nah, I think it smells okay, I'm sure it'll be fine. Come on. Yep, that was pretty damn good, people. So it's time for a Murphy's. Oh yeah. So I would like to thank a few subscribers who have bought me a beer. Thank you, Julie Hall. Thank you, Gary Wright. Thank you, Christopher Page. And thank you, Carl Taylor. But I would like to thank all of you for watching the videos, because, you know, I do appreciate everyone that watches the videos. Cheers, everyone. Keep living the dream. Yeah. Gonna try and put YouTube on the laptop. Internet is a bit temperamental here. My own internet, that is. I don't think the campsite's Wi-Fi would reach my pitch. Mind you, I could actually try it. I guess I haven't actually tried. Okay, so you have to buy internet cards if you go on the campsite's internet. So, yeah, won't be using that.
A good hour at least, but we are almost done. And I must say, Mrs. Hobbies is the tent guideline master. But we have managed it, and we haven't killed each other yet.
Morning everyone. Yeah, I slept pretty well last night, to be fair. There were a few noisy crows in the early hours of the morning, but you know, that's just nature, you can't complain about that, so yeah. So the nearest pub is in the little village, and that's about a 10-minute walk, and I'm pretty sure they do food. Now, the nearest shop, there's a farm shop with an honesty box, which is about a mile away. Now, I did go there a couple of days ago when I was having a break from filming, and all they had was frozen meat. They didn't have anything fresh, and they had some bread, some drinks and some ice cream. Now, I went there at about 6:30 on a Saturday evening, and it was a busy weekend, so that might be why they didn't have much. But yeah, it is just a small little honesty box shop. Other than that, I don't really know where the nearest shop is. Other than that, you're going to have to go probably to Bakewell. Bakewell is 4.8 miles away. That'll have supermarkets, and there's no bus stops nearby that I can find, so again, probably Bakewell. But yeah, nicely nestled out of the way. So I do actually really like this site. I like the fact that all the pictures are a different size, it's quite quirky, and then you've got these lovely meadows up the top here, and I do think it is a really decent site. Yeah, it's got character to it. The only complaints I have got is that £37 is very steep for this campsite, and no recycle bins. Yeah, or the bins aren't clear enough to know whether there's recycle bins. But anyway, I'm going to pack up now and head off to another campsite. If you've enjoyed this, like and subscribe to catch me on another adventure. Keep living the dream, people, and I'll see you soon.